Welcome, Margo Katterhagen, to GADabouts 2.0. Glad to have you here today.
Thank you for asking me.
Before we get to the Register of Deeds office and some new things happening there, I do want to give you the chance. Would you like to plug the golf outing before we start talking about anything else?
Yes, I would love to. Our golf outing for the Northern region is next Tuesday, the 30th of July. It's in Barron. $45 a person, includes the 9 holes of golf and a dinner, and we would love your reservations. So plenty of room.
Okay, sounds great. I want to give you that chance. Now, what you're really here for to talk about on the GADabouts is recently there was a land council information meeting in Barron, and you reported to them at that time some new things that were happening in the Register of Deeds office, and I wanted to give you the opportunity to do that here on GADabouts and tell our members what's new in Register of Deeds and what and if any of it affects them.
That's perfect. I appreciate the opportunity. We are currently running daily. We're current is the main thing. So we're working on today's documents that we received in the mail right now, and then by 3:30 we'll have everything recorded and indexed, so they'll be searchable on the internet. When I took office, we were about 6 weeks out. So that affects real estate agents because it affects their seller's gap endorsement. Yep. So before I started, the title companies were kind of taking that under the chin, kind of, because they had no idea for 6 weeks what we had in our file cabinets locked in, if there was any other liens coming in or anything. So they were insuring gap they were doing the gap without knowing what we had in the office here. So it helps the insurance.
The county must have really increased your staff size for you to make up that time very quickly.
Yep, actually not. We did hire a full-time person, so there's 2 staff members and myself. And so I work right along with the girls getting the documents recorded daily.
Great.
Yeah, yep. And then we also, since June of 2010, of the $30 recording fee, the state allows the county to keep $5 in the special redaction fund, and that is to help pay for the county getting all the old documents online. And so we have signed the contract, and all of our microfilm documents are in Illinois currently being scanned in, and that will take us from 1997 back to 1981. And so that's being worked on right now. You can search our records from September of 97 forward. So that's our big project that we're doing.
So let me get this straight. Right now we're in the process of taking old records that were on microfilm and now scanning them so they're on the internet.
Exactly. Yes. Yep.
I remember when microfilm was new.
I know, isn't that something? It's how we've evolved. So the computers started in Barron County in '99, and when I took office, we were late 1998 on the computer. So just a few months had been back scanned in. And the girls and I, after we do our daily documents and we're caught up with our vital records and such, then we every day work on back scanning and back indexing. So our volume is 804 documents, and so it takes us about 3 days to do a back indexing of one volume. So.
Okay, sounds great. Anything else new?
In that land information meeting that we had last month, they gave us another chunk of money, $55,000, about $52,000, I guess it will be, to scan in the books. That is the next phase, so that will take us from 1981 to 1964. So that's pretty exciting.
Great. So everything will be accessed from anybody's home computer.
Right, yep, through landrecords.net. The state actually wants each county to have documents from 1935 forward online. So we'll just keep plugging away as we get funds, and we'll keep working towards that goal.
Sounds good. Anything else new?
I think that is about it. Well, no, we just signed yesterday the contract with our software company, so we'll be able to start taking e-recordings. Barron County is one of the last few counties in the state that still mandates that everything come in paper form. So September 1st, we're going to flip around our contract with our software company and get that necessary software so we can start accepting e-recordings, and then also hand in hand we'll start taking credit cards. Woohoo!
How much time did you spend at Farm Technology Day?
I spent most of Wednesday there. We worked the admission gates Wednesday morning, so that was kind of interesting, busy, and then we cruised the acreage there.
Okay, I was there on Tuesday morning for the rain.
Oh.
And left when it got muddy and went back on Thursday. I was impressed with all the work that went into it.
Isn't that huge? It was a sight to see, that is for sure.
Yeah, it was a very good success. So anyway, I want to thank you very much for being a part of GADabouts today. And if there's anything new that you want to get across to our members in the future, just let us know and we'll get you back on.
Perfect. Thanks, Al.
Okay, thanks, Margo. Bye.
Bye now.
Hi everybody, Bruce here. This year the Realtors Association of Northwestern Wisconsin is giving you an opportunity to win this iPad valued at $500. Well, kind of. You see, state law requires that we offer a game of skill and not just a game of chance. That makes it fair to all. So, here we go. All you have to do is answer the following question. The person closest to the correct answer without going over wins the iPad. In the event of a tie, a second question will be asked. The person closest to the correct answer wins. The winner will be announced at 3 p.m. on Friday, September 20th, and will be notified by email and phone. Ready to play? Here's the question. In 2012, how many realtors gave to RPAC in Wisconsin? Now that includes large donor council members and those who gave $35 on their dues billing statement. It excludes direct givers. We didn't say this was going to be easy and all money raised goes to RPAC. Here's the question again. In 2012, how many realtors gave to RPAC in Wisconsin? That includes large donor council members and those who gave $35 on their dues billing statement. It excludes direct givers. You get one guess for $35. Cash, personal checks, and personal credit cards, Visa or MasterCard, are accepted. No corporate checks and no corporate credit cards allowed. Good luck on the RPAC iPad giveaway. Welcome back to the GADabouts. Bruce with Al here, Al up in Rice Lake. I'm here at our studio in Eau Claire. And Al, what's happening?
There's a lot. First of all, I'm glad to be here on GADabouts 2.0. Hope we have a lot of fun during the coming months doing this as a monthly presentation and make it very informative. How about you?
Absolutely. We're glad to be back, and this format allows us to bring in some people that we normally wouldn't have an opportunity to speak to and get you informed with a lot of things that's happening in your association with regards to governmental affairs. One of the things that Al and I are going to be working on over the next several months is our strategic plan. You've heard about it in the GAD report, you've heard about it elsewhere here in our association. This is going to be a full-time job for both of us for the next several months to bring some issues and some programming to you that will be of benefit to all of our members. Is that right?
Sounds good to me.
All right. So what's
new with Roxanne?
What's new
with the issues in our strategic plan that we're supposed to follow?
That is one of the things we'll be following. Frac sand is huge here in our association. Over 80% of all frac sand mines in Wisconsin are in or within 30 miles of our association. There are over 117 of them right now between the plants and the processing centers, and there will be more coming online. Right now, frac sand has been very busy, and some of the companies have been gobbling up land to get it for future use and development. Right now, supply and demand is pretty much even. However, there's going to be new fracking taking place in Ohio and Pennsylvania next spring in North Carolina, and they are expanding hydraulic fracturing in North Dakota in the Bakken Range That will continue for the next several years, which means our sand is going to be in demand here, and it's going to stay in demand for the next several years. This is a huge land use issue that you need to pay attention to for the next upcoming at least several years, if not decades. So we will be putting a grant together with the National Association of Realtors through My Realtor Party to bring in experts and analysis of exactly what it is, why it's happening here, and we'll have that programming for you late this fall or early this winter, and be watching for that. Al?
Sounds good. One of the things that's happening up here in Russ County is in Weyerhaeuser, they're getting one of the frac sand plants in Weyerhaeuser, and they're also going to be forming a new TID district because they believe there's going to be other businesses that come along with that. So this frac sand mine isn't just the mines itself, it's the spin-off in other communities and what's happening, and everything along the railroad lines as part of the frac sand. That issue it's really big. I've been around a long time, but this frac sand is one of the biggest cultural changes in northern Wisconsin that we've seen in a long time. It's amazing.
And it's not just a frac sand mine, both in your part of the association and mine, but you've got another mine that will be maybe coming online or maybe not coming online, depending upon who you talk to in the far northern part of our state, and that's the GADabouts mine.
Yeah, and over the coming months, we're going to be talking a lot about this mine because this is going to be an ongoing process for a number of years. But recently, Bruce and I gave a presentation up in Hayward to the realtors, and I just want to the very first portion of the presentation that I had read that day. And it says that this was a portion of the editorial from an Oak Cliff Leader Telegram shortly after the new mining legislation was passed by the state legislature. And that editorial says, quote, on one side were the majority of both houses of the legislature, and who voted almost unanimously in favor of the bill, claiming it significantly safeguards the environment. Governor Scott Walker, Republican, hailed the vote and said it helped many unemployed skilled workers in northern Wisconsin. The state's business community also hailed the job for vote for its job equipment. On the other side, Democrats in the legislature who voted unanimously against the bill, claiming a mine would be an environmental disaster, destroying the forests and streams, even threatening Lake Superior. They are joined in their opposition by various environmental groups and the Bad River Band in Superior Chippewa, the latter of which will squelch the project depending on how the courts rule on treaty language. In the middle remain the majority of the independent voters and thinkers who would love to see an infusion of jobs into that part of the state. But that same majority also wouldn't support a mine project that has a strong potential to severely harm the quality of the water and forests of that pristine part of the state. It is in the middle where the vast, overwhelming majority of realtors also reside. When I have talked to our members the past couple of years about this project, that has come through time and time again. When the WRA hosted with members across northern Wisconsin on the call, that was the opinion expressed. We would love to see the job, but at what cost? And if the environmental cost is large, forget about it. This is going to play out over the next few months. There are protesters making camp up there near the mine. They aren't going to give up. The mining company is drilling their test drills. This, along with the frac sand mining, are two huge issues that are going to affect our members for months and years to come.
Absolutely. It absolutely is. We're just about out of time for this program, but next month we are going to share a few more things that we'll be doing as far